Holocaust Memories, Never Forget. A Gentile baby boomer's painful journey into the Shoah. Section 5, Deutschland Uber Alles, Part 23. From the 1st of January 1941 to the 31st of December 1942. In the spring of 1942, the war wasn't going nearly as well for Hitler as he had hoped, causing a serious problem regarding the million or more buried bodies left behind since the war began by the various extermination camps, Wehrmacht, Einsatzgruppen, and SS-trained ethnic militia. Facing the reality that the Nazis' genocidal crimes might one day be discovered, a top-secret program called Sonderaktion 1005, also known as the Exhumation Action, was created and put under the control of RSHA Director Reinhard Heydrich. The program had two primary goals. Number 1, dig up all the known bodies which were currently buried throughout Europe, Poland, and the Soviet Union. And number 2, find a way to destroy them so that no evidence remained which could link their deaths to the Nazis. Heydrich placed SS Standartenführer Paul Blobel in charge of it. Earlier in the war, Blobel had been commander of Sonderkommando 4A, a part of Einsatzgruppen C, which was the unit responsible for executing 33,771 Jews at Babi Yar. Following Heydrich's death in early June 1942, Gestapo Director Heinrich Müller was given overall command of the program. Here are more war and Holocaust-related events that took place in the late summer and fall of 1942. Although Auschwitz II-Birkenau was not part of Operation Reinhard and initially had no way of disposing of bodies except through burial in the ground, it became the most deadly of all the extermination sites after 5 gas chambers and crematoria were added. In reality, only a small number of camps in Poland and Eastern Europe were finally outfitted with crematoria, and just like Auschwitz II in the early part of the war, they had to rid themselves of the dead somewhere near the camp. Records show that approximately 107,000 prisoners murdered at Auschwitz I and Auschwitz II were buried in various sites in nearby Auschwitz. Following the creation of Sonderaktion 1005, all the camps were advised that labor battalions would eventually be arriving to dispose of these bodies. Einsatzgruppen commanders also had to provide the location of every execution site they used, which may have conceivably been in the thousands. In terms of armed organized resistance to Nazi control, the number of Jews who fought back against German occupation was almost insignificant compared to the number who died in the camps. But small groups of partisans existed all over Eastern Europe and often put up fierce resistance to the Wehrmacht and other pro-Nazi military units. One of the most successful groups was led by Tuvia Bielski and his 3 brothers Zus, Aharon, and Asael, although Asael was later conscripted into the Soviet army and died in battle shortly afterward. Their first cousin Yehuda also joined them in the forest and was an equally strong partisan leader. For over 2 years, the Bielski fighters were a deadly thorn in the German side and have been credited with saving at least 1,200 Jewish lives. The movie Defiance, starring Daniel Craig, was a dramatization of their exploits during the war, although Craig's character and action served as a combination of several of the brothers. Another movie made in 1994 entitled The Bielski Brothers purports to tell the full story of their wartime exploits.